Hey, badasses. So there was a question on the group of how to prepare or plan for the unexpected or the spontaneous in life. So, as we all know, we all have our own plan for how we believe our life should look, whether it's the whole life, the bigger picture, or the smaller picture, meaning, our year, our month, our week, our day. And we sometimes get overwhelmed when it doesn't go as planned, right? So, how do we handle that? What do we do when things don't go our way or something just gets thrown into the world or the mix and we're just like, oh no, how am I don't think I can deal with this, right? We call it a wrench in the socket or some kind of some kind of saying like that. But a lot of people have an idea of what their life is supposed to look like. I had an idea of what my life was supposed to look like. However, it didn't turn out anything like I thought it was going to. But it's truly a broken blessing in disguise. I love the way my life is now. I wouldn't change anything of my life. I know that things are going to be thrown at me from time to time, maybe several things at once, or sometimes it's going to go as planned. It's going to go how I thought it would go. And what I really want to dive into today is how do we deal with that? How do we deal with the unplanned, the spontaneous, the wrenches, the curveballs? How is it that you handle that? And the way I have handled it in my life is sometimes I have a pity party. Sometimes I go, oh, this sucks. Like, this is not what I had planned. This is not what I thought it was going to be like. Sometimes I have those moments where it's a pity party, and that's okay. But as long as those moments are very short and very far few in between. So what I have developed over the years with all the things that get thrown at me, I try to keep a positive attitude. So that's number one. Regardless of what's going on, I try to keep a positive attitude. Number two, as long as I don't let it define me, then I can change it. And then number three is, do I react or do I respond? And I know that those words can be interchangeable. I know that some people say, oh, you reacted, or oh, you responded. And they can be very interchangeable. They do, mean the same thing. However, to me, react is usually immediate. It's usually quick and it's abrupt. It's like, and you react immediately without thinking. And sometimes that can get you into trouble or give you the wrong outcome. And then when it comes to respond or responding to the situation, that was thrown at you, it takes a minute. You are calm and you're collective in your thoughts and you're able to respond rather than react. React is like, gut instincts and whatnot. Whereas respond is like, okay, wait, I got to take a step back. I need to evaluate the situation. I need to see how I want to handle this. And I believe that if you stay positive, you don't let it define you, and you respond rather than react, then those unplanned things that get thrown at you, you'll take more as a wave coming by rather than like a crashing tornado or a crashing tsunami. You're like, oh, my life is over. It's a reaction versus, okay, this is happening. How do I need to handle this? So I think if you stay positive, you don't let it define you, and you respond rather than react, then those unplanned situations that do occur in life, and they do all the time, whether we want to admit it or not, you're going to better be suited to handle them versus feeling overwhelmed. For me, having pity parties and being like, oh, I didn't accomplish anything I wanted to do today. Like my whole day just got thrown off. It was not what I had planned. Instead of being like, okay, well, this is what needed to happen today. This is what life had for me. Even though I had a different picture in mind, a different idea of what today was going to look like, this is what's going on. So for example, as some of you know, and some of you may not know, I was rushed to the hospital on December 8th and ended up having emergency life-saving surgery. That was completely unplanned. That's not something I had on my schedule. I did not have on my schedule, a month ago or from the day, like on December 8th, I will be rushed to the hospital and have life-saving emergency surgery. That was not planned. Completely unplanned, completely threw me out of my comfort zone. And I was like, whoa, okay. And so instead of reacting, even though it was a very stressful situation and my life was in danger, I was like, okay, what are the facts? What is the story I'm telling myself? and how do I need to respond? What is it that I need to do to make sure I stay alive? And it was an emergency life-saving surgery. It's okay, this happened. Okay, understand. If we do this, this will happen. If we do this, this will happen. I had my options and I was able to respond calmly. Yes, I was emotional about it because my life was in danger, but I was able to respond calmly. So instead of reacting like, oh my God, my life is over, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it was, okay, this is happening. This really sucks. And what do we need to do to take care of the situation? And my life since then has not been going according to plan because I had to recover from the life-saving surgery. I had to emotionally deal with it, mentally deal with it, physically deal with it. I had to recover. I couldn't work out. I had a moment of pity. I have a lot of other stuff that I'm dealing with emotionally, but instead of reacting, I'm kind of just taking it as it comes because I know that it's giving me time to respond versus reacting and making a decision or a choice that I may not be happy with in a week or two or a month or a year. If I was to jump right back into working out when the doctor says, no, I'm going to regret that later because I reacted versus responding saying, okay, I need to take my break. I need to recover. And when it's time to work out, I can slowly get into it. So I believe that if we plan for the unplanned in our lives, then we will respond better and be able to take it with ease versus reacting and having to fight against it all the time. So I would love to know your opinion and how you plan for the unplanned in your life when your life just does not go the way you thought it was going to go. Your day you feel like it's a complete waste. Like, how do you respond to it? Do you respond or do you react? What usually goes better? And what are some tools that you put into place that can help you with that? I would love to hear what you think. Definitely put it in the comments below. And if you think this video is beneficial for anybody, you can definitely invite them into the group because this is where I'm going to be doing a lot of different trainings, a lot of different talks is actually in the group versus on the Being a Badass page. So it's called Empowered Badasses right now, and I actually made a typo. And instead of reacting, I'm responding. In 28 days, I'll change it to the name I actually want it to be, but it's the group name is Empowered Badasses. It's going to be called Empowered Badass because you are an empowered badass. I want to empower you to be the badass that you are meant to be, so you don't let your circumstances define you, that you get really good value out of the videos, the trainings, any type of units I do put up. So if you feel that this could be beneficial for anybody, please invite them into the group. They do have to answer the questions or they will not be accepted. It's very important to this group and the integrity of the group, and we all need to be positive, like-minded people. And we're here to help and empower and encourage and enlighten everybody. And so I want to keep that in mind. But with that said, I would love to hear what you have to say. I would love to know how you plan for the unplanned, because life is always going to throw us curveballs. We're going to be on roller coasters. We're going to be up on peaks. We're going to be down in valleys. We're definitely going to be, having those moments of uncertainty. And that's when we really truly find out what we're made of. Do we respond calmly and collectively? And we do take a minute, we step back, or do we react and we're like, and we just go for it rather than taking a moment and thinking? Because there's always going to be unplanned moments that we need to be planned for, like ready and prepared for. So I'd love to hear your feedback. I love all of you. Thank you for watching. Remain and be the badass that you're meant to be. And I hope to hear from all of you soon. Have a great day.